Hey Joe. All right, so I'm gonna try to make a short video here, um, basically just covering what the difference between each tribe is and their viability. Um, I've got a couple different thoughts for you, so I'll just get going here. First of all, I never play perfection. I hate it. um, the game is, to me, not about points. When you're going for perfection, you're building what is it called? Temples, and allowing those to grow bigger. The only thing that does is increase your score. It doesn't make you stronger. They're really expensive. They add one population, so I guess if you have to have a giant and you only can build a temple, you can try that, and you need one more population in your town to grow it. I mean, I suppose. But anyway, I only play domination. That's the fun thing for me. All right, so real quick, I want to address Illyrion. Jake said that you like to play that. Personally, I dig it. I played Illyrion when it first came out all the time, and it's it's pretty viable in some certain situations. Like if you only have a few enemies and you got a big map, then it's decent. You know, you once you get growing with it, the when you start spawning dragons, it's freaking overpowered like crazy. It's awesome. And the whales are really cool too. The bad thing is economy with it, trying to get it to grow, starting technologies and things like that. It does give you those polytors at the very beginning, and they're pretty powerful as long as you're striking first. Like they're an offensive weapon. You can't just sit there and let people hit you. You have to take all the damage you can while they're alive. But anyway, some really good in early game units, but it's really hard to do, and I have not mastered it. But so it's a really high difficulty for, especially for someone that hasn't played a lot. All right. So there's 3 tribes I want to suggest, and it's all because these are called zero-turn tribes. A zero-turn tribe means basically that on turn 0 or the first turn of the game, you can level those cities up with existing resources because of your technologies that you're granted. And I want to start. Okay, so it's three tribes: Bardur, Kiku, and Luxador. And I'm going to start with Bardur because that's the one I do. So Bardur starts with hunting tech unlocked, and you always get at least 2 bears that you can hunt. And because you start off with 4 stars at the beginning of the game, you can hunt both of those and level your town up. I don't usually do that. I usually build a unit, but that's because I usually play very, very competitive maps with lots of enemies, and you need to spawn those to try to reach out as quickly as you can to capture new cities, rather than level up your income on the first turn. I wait till turn 1. Generally speaking, there are some exceptions, but most often that's what I do. The strategy with this tribe is to expand as quickly as possible. So you're building units, you're going, you're exploring really quickly. A lot of times ignoring shrines, just to get new towns and level them up. And there's a strategy where you basically only will level your towns up initially to level 3. So you need 5 resources to do that, to get sufficient to get that leveled up to level 3. The reason why is because at level 3 you get 5 free stars for leveling it up. Past that, you get diminishing returns. Yes, you can expand your border. Yes, after that you get giants or super units, whatever. But with this strategy, you are capturing towns, you're chopping wood for money, and so long as you leave enough resources on there to level them up to level 3. This is my favorite. I personally love it. It takes a little bit of getting used to. And there are some things like in the tech tree that you have to be careful with. And I'll show you a little bit of that. But that's enough for that. This is my favorite tribe. Next is Kiku. That's Jake's favorite tribe. Kiku lends itself to, there is no tribe in the game that can get into having a navy faster than Kiku. There is a lot of water they have around. They're also a turn 0 tribe because they have fishing. And they always have 2 water with 2 fish. And then since the tech's unlocked and you have 4 stars, you can immediately take those and level your town up. Bonus, this tribe also has a bonus to fishing, meaning there is a higher chance that you will get water spots with fishing and whaling. So if you get a really nice seed at the beginning of the game, this can be a really quick starting tribe. The problem is if you don't get a good start, if you get too many mountains, it can be kind of a pain in the ass. They're not as quick to spread as Bardur, but their economy spreads really quick. Because one of the things that you want to do, and always remember this, with any tribe that you want to do, you want to get into getting ports and trade houses as quickly as you possibly can safely. That means getting fishing, and this obviously has fishing as a starter, which is why their economy is the quickest to grow and their navy is the quickest to grow. But you want fishing and sailing first, and then you usually go to riding, roads, and then trade houses. You want to advance your economy as quickly as possible. More money, more units, more technology. Your chances of winning are greater. Again, Jake likes this. I haven't really played it a lot, but that's that. And the third one is the one I think you would probably benefit the most from, and that is Luxador. I think Luxador costs more money to unlock, like real life money that you have to pay to get it unlocked. I don't know. I unlocked everything right when I got the game a couple years ago. But anyway, Luxador, if you're not familiar, starts off with a level 3 city. So you can have 4 units coming out of it. It's also got a wall. And there are generally lots of resources like fruit and animals to hunt and forests. Now I haven't played this a lot, but I do know there is no starting technology, so that is the one drawback. But if you are in with a lot of enemies and you need to defend yourself, this is the best tribe for you. If there's a lot of enemies in close proximity to where you're at, for instance, like pretty much all I've been playing lately is Bardur versus 9 crazy AI. Which is really challenging, but I've got about a 75% success rate with it. Anyway, so Luxador I think would be best for you to try out, to try to perfect. There are also some forums, and there's a Discord channel for it. You can actually join a tribe on Discord with your favorite tribe, and then they've got their own special room where they have pinned messages with early, mid, and late game strategies pinned to there that are really, really helpful. So anyway, those are the tribes I would try. If I were you, I would try Luxador, but you do what you feel is best. There really aren't any other tribes that I actually would play multiplayer. The only one that I would probably do multiplayer is Polaris. It is very, very challenging, but once you get going with Polaris, you cannot be stopped. It is insanely sick. Reason being is that late game, every tribe, no matter what, is trying to create a navy with battleships. And Polaris just eats them alive. It freezes the ocean, and their units skate on the ice really quickly. So between their their ice fortresses and their super units freezing everything, and their battle sleds, I mean, it's insane. It is really hard, especially if you get a seed with lots of water. All right, so that's this part of the video. How long did that take? 10 minutes, not bad. And so I'll spend like 5 minutes or so just kind of showing you how I play. 9 crazy. Now, I've done this before. I've tried this before and just got really shit seeding, and I lost. But I'm going to give this a try. Okay, so you can see by the palm trees and that green that you have the Kiku region over here, and that is right there where his city is. You can also see right here that that's Quetzali. They start off with defenders. I really love playing against them when they're AI because they're stupid and they just beat themselves to death, and then you just go right in and take their shit. So that's what I'm going to do. Let me light my smoke. And we'll get started. So I mentioned before that I always take units first instead of advancing my town. But you can see you always start with at least 2 bears. So I could advance my city right now if I wanted, but right now I need to cover some ground. So I'm going to run this guy. Can I see? Hang on a second. Can I see where his border is? I think, if I'm seeing this right, either that's a shadow right there on the mountain or that's his border. I can't really tell. It would be unusual for his town to be there, but it kind of looks like that's where it is. So I'm just going to go here. Okay, that's not his town, but hang on. I'm sorry. That is fortuitous. I was going to come down here, but since I have a new town, and okay, now I can see there is where his town is right there. I'm going to advance on him. Then I'm going to level up. Because he has a shitty attack, and as long as you don't attack him first, your retribution damage on him is good enough to where you can just wear them down, and they are actually stupid. You can actually go behind them and just go right into their empty city, because they'll build as many units as they can right away, and then they sometimes leave their city unguarded. So there's him. Go into there. That's perfect timing. We'll build one more. It's turn 2, so we'll build our last warrior, and we are not going to attack. I don't know if you've had experience with this particular unit much, but you never want to make the first attack with them unless you know that you're going to win. So if you have a defender, only attack if it's a unit with well, it's different, but it's either 2 or 3. It's too much to cover for this video, but anyway, and then if you're facing against them, you never want to attack them unless you know that particular attack or a subsequent attack is going to kill them, and you need to kill that unit. Otherwise, just let them beat themselves to death. All right, so we are good. Oh, see what I'm saying? He just ran right out of his town, and he can't kill me. He will hit my warrior, and he'll leave him with 8 health, and we will capture his town on the next turn. All right, so now we've got 7 stars. We're going to go into forestry, and we're going to cut down our trees. All right, that brings us up to 5. And before we capture that town and raise all of the prices on the tech, we're going to take... now, normally if we're near a lot of water, I would take fishing and go right into sailing, and then riding, roads, and trade right away. But this particular situation, we're going to take organization because we have a lot of fruit, and we need to level our towns up to level 3. So we will take that, and now we'll take that down. And I have 0 stars, no trees to chop down for money. So we are going to call that good. Oh, wait. I did not move this guy. I am going to give this a shot because I know that I'm going to beat him up there. I'm going to send him down here to scout. All right. Now, next turn. Oh, great. We have Polaris. We have Polaris, and Kiku already has the riding tech, and he's sending a guy over. So we are going to see what we can do here. Five health, or 5 stars. All right, so right here is that guy that freezes shit. Either that, or he just created a town with a warrior. I'm not sure which. He just established a town. So we had a town right here the whole time we could have been going after, but I mean, you can only do so much at the beginning of the game. So always check before you capture a town. Check to see technologies if you want to get one. We're not going to do that because we need to build units this turn. So we're going to capture the town. And that is all I'm going to be able to do because we're under fire. We've got 2 other tribes down here we're facing. I could go for. I may do that. I thought he can't beat me right now. He can't capture me, so I'm just going to go back and defend. I'm going to leave my cities populated. So in other words, I'm not going to move him off. And I'm going to level one of my towns up. In fact, I'm going to do this one. Oh, you know what? Because I'm going to chop wood after I get this. I'll have a little money for units. And we build our workshop always. Never take Explorer because that adds an extra star per turn. That is one of the goals here as we're leveling up. You know what I can also do? I can do this one too. Sorry, I should have seen that first. All right, so we leveled both of those up. All 3 of our towns are at level 2. We've got our workshops all built, so we're in good shape. We're in 2nd place out of 10 tribes, so we're not doing too bad. And then next turn, we will level this town and get some more units built. Okay, there's that little prick right there. He's not going to do any damage on me. And we're not going to go trying to attack him because I only attack when I know I can kill him. Otherwise, I wait for them to come to me. Man, boy, options. But you can kind of see how I'm moving forward here. I got 18 minutes on this video. I can only do 30 max for some reason with this app. Even though it records longer, when you save the video, it only saves the first 30-something minutes, which is gay. So we've got 11 stars, so let's do this. We're going to level him up. And in 99% of the cases, I always take resources instead of the city wall. If we only had one city and we were doing bad and we were surrounded, we might make a wall and tech over into shields to try to save our ass. And sometimes that works, but most of the time I take the money. And I think I'm going to see if I do. No, I'm not going to do fishing right yet. All right, so I am gonna scout just a bit, and I may actually take mountain climbing just so I can see what's happening around me, because I do not want to go full after Polaris and Kiku there. because I have Aquarian over here. And so what I'm going to do... I think I'm going to wait. I was going to go into climbing and then so I can scout, but I don't think I'm going to do that because I want to build a full complement of units. And what I'm going to also do here, I'm going to move over to the side. I'm going to try to manage the aggro until I can advance myself, get fishing and ports and shit like that for my little area. I'm going to manage the aggro as best I can at the beginning. So that just means I'm not going to go into their territory. I'm not going to attack their units, and we'll see what they do. They may actually start beating on each other. And he left. So either he found something fun over there, a city to capture, or a shrine or something like that, and he'll be back though. All right, so now there aren't enough resources here in this town. Until I get ports, I can't advance. This town can't advance. So I am going to go to Rhodes because that's one population for each connected city. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. You know what? Fuck it. I don't like these little fuckers. Oh. Okay. That's no good. So anyway, let me go over to text here. Writing. We will progress up there to Rhodes here in a minute. I do need to get a view of what's happening. Oh, God, so many mountains. And I can fit one more in there. It's a 2. So I can do another warrior. I'm going to have... Man. I don't know, man. Yeah, see, that's no good. All right, so one thing to be careful with these things is you go in and you start trying to beat them down with warriors, and they all of a sudden they kill 3 of them and then they promote. The best way to do it is to go in with a rider, hit them, and then run away. Yes, they do retribution damage like a fucker. So you're going to go in with 10 health and come out with 2, but you hit and run, and then you just try to get a massive amount of units to try to overwhelm him. And Rhodes would be amazing right now. What I might do is hope that he doesn't come any closer. All right, so I feel really fucking worried about what is happening behind me. And I may have just aggroed him, but I don't care. This is good. I love the ocean around here. Okay. This is good. Ooh. So we're going to try to go get that town. If he doesn't attack me, which he's going to, but if he doesn't, I'm just going to get the fuck out of there so I don't piss him off anymore. Aquarian is one of those that is really pesky. And then I'm going to... I wonder if he may not even be able to see that area over there to shoot. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get him over. and I'm not going to walk off that town because these act like riders. They hit and then they can retreat. Well, what they could do is one right here, attack this dude, not kill him, and then be able to retreat. And he could retreat right on my town, and that would just piss me right off. So I'm not going to walk off. You know what I'm actually going to do? I am going to do that. That doesn't make me feel great, but I don't think they can reach me. All right, so what's going to happen here? So he can see me. So let's do a little scouting. That unit's going to die here anyway. So we will start massing those up. I am going to go ahead and not build more units. I'm going to go for roads. Let me see what happened. Yay, so Aquarium. Somebody else is aggroing. And that fucker is not going to let me take that town. So I am going to go full Monty on him. I'm going to build roads. Actually, let me take this slow. Oh, I didn't get fishing yet. All right. All right, so here is the principle. We are going to go over here. And then we're going to just start fucking him up. So we are getting beaten up, but we're not letting him rack up kills so that he can promote and heal back up to 25 health. I am going to hit him with this one warrior. And I'm going to be one hit shy. But we should be okay. And then we'll let those guys heal. I do not have any more money. So we're going to leave those towns covered and move on. How much time? We're at 27 minutes. So I'm going to end this here pretty soon, Joe. This just sort of gets you into the mindset of how I play Bardur. Every tribe is a little different. But in general, this is how you want to play it. Now, I have a decision to make here. I'm not sure if I can defeat this Mooney. But yes, I can. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Yep. Afraid of. And I'll use my weakest one here. All right, so we got that fucker dead. I want to level my towns up next turn, so I am going to go into fishing. So, and then he's scouting me out here with his little fucker there, so we're going to have to start. But I am not going to attack him. I'm going to let him fucking wander around, and it may be that he'll take this one unit and just fuck around with me, and I'll just kill him on my own land, and then they won't be aggroed. That may happen, but... at the same time, I don't know what he'll do. Anyway, my time has run out, so I'm gonna save this and upload it just so you can see. But anyway, kind of fun. Gives you sort of an idea of how to beat these guys. Um, if you're interested, I will record another video to follow this. But until then, I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you soon.